The Supreme Court of Nigeria has reserved judgment in a suit challenging the legality of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. The 7-man panel of justices led by Justice Uwani Abba-Aji deferred judgment to a date that will be communicated to the parties after hearing arguments on Tuesday. Now, the case was initially brought by the Kogi State Government and later joined by 18 other states contesting the constitutionality of the EFCC's establishment. Well, joining me on the program this evening to discuss this is Mr. Dele Oyewale, is the head of media and publicity of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. Thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me on the program.
All right. Let me start off with the position of the agency. I mean, we are seeing a situation whereby Kogi State and about 18 other states are contesting the legality of the agency. That's the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, saying that, I mean, the process that birthed the agency, is flawed. What is the position of the EFCC on this?
Well, we know elementarily in law, when the matter is before the court, it is sub judice to talk about the facts of the matter or to make any statement that may affect the trial. But be that as it may, as in the court of public opinion, we all know that the issue of corruption in Nigeria is a fundamental problem. It's a nagging issue. It's a social cancer. It's an issue that is at the root of our developmental crisis. So, every argument about the legality, constitutionality, non-constitutionality of the EFCC Act, none of such issue can take away the fact that corruption is an issue in Nigeria, and we have to tackle it. So, as an anti-corruption agency, our focus is not affected by all of this, because the EFCC Act is a product of the National Assembly, for God's sake. And it was an act that was assented to by the then president. And a lot of water has gone under the bridge. So for us, what is more important is the need to continue with the good work that we are doing, to continue to address the issue of economic and financial crimes, and to continue to say that we can no longer continue on a route that is not delivering optimal benefit to the nation. So the matter is before the court. The court is going to adjudicate on it. And whichever direction the pendulum swings, the truth of the matter is that we all need to fight corruption. And that's what the commission is doing.
I mean, you're talking about corruption. Is this a situation where corruption seems to be fighting back?
Well, I will agree with you, because the very fact that arguments are being canvassed about the legality or illegality of the EFCC Act is a pointer to the fact that the commission is effective. If we are a lame duck commission, not doing anything, not hurting anyone, not doing our job, not making arrests, not charging people to court, of course, nobody is going to raise any issue about our operation. So the very fact that we have such opposition, some kind of move against what the commission is doing is a testament to the effectiveness and to the functionality of the work that we are doing. And we will continue in that route. We are not going to be distracted. We are not going to allow anything to remove us from the path that we are taking. If a commission in the last 1 year, has succeeded in securing 3,455 convictions in 1 year, and has been able
convictions
to charge people, 4 former governors, 4 former ministers, a lot of things that has happened even in the space of 1 year, then I think that it is expected that such a commission should be applauded. But whatever is it, we're in court, and let's see what comes out of it.
I mean, talking about the modus operandi, mode of operation of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, many Nigerians, would say, or some Nigerians would say, great, kudos. It's been able to put a lot of people, both in the public and private space, in check as regards, the way they carry themselves and all. But there are strong reservations also. Yesterday on this program, we spoke on this matter, and we brought a legal practitioner who, even after praising the work of the EFCC, had some pretty strong reservations as regards its modus operandi. Let's take a listen, to some of the things he said in that interview on this program, and then I'd like your response on it. I've seen cases where raids have been conducted, try to, challenge the entire process. So I would like you to speak on this. Over the years, from your own observation, how would you rate the modus operandi of this agency?
EFCC is a necessary evil. It is a necessary evil. Yes, they are my friends. I have so many of them. I go to the offices, but in Lagos, Awolowo, in Abuja, they know me very well. They even see me and say, Joe, we saw what you are saying about us. It is a necessary evil. In the sense that if you say, let me throw it away, you are throwing away something very, very useful and very important to the society in terms of combating crimes and having detailed investigation, and then being very, very thorough and very tough in the courts. When you engage them in the courts, their lawyers are very, very thorough. They are very, very stubborn too. Do you understand my point now? Mm-hmm. Yes. And then on the other, their mode of operation in terms of arresting suspects is what I don't like. They don't go about it in a civilized way. And the other side that I don't like, which I also used to tell them in court, is that when they hold on to someone and they have a quantum of evidence to show that that person is innocent of that issue, they keep on digging to find a way to, to criminalize you. I had to go to your phone and say, who made this call? But no, you're not the one they're looking for. They've seen your phone, there's something there, they'll go to bank account, they'll go to calls you made. So they try to find a way.
It feels personal.
Yes, they find a way to incriminate you. Even when they know that, look, this man is not the person we came for, we wrongly arrested him, or we have brought him in here. So they'll try by all means to make sure they find a way to get you. Rope you in. I said, why? We have cases like that. I said, look, you know that this matter is not this man is not part of this. Why are you so much struggling so much to incriminate somebody that is almost innocent, which you know that is innocent? They find it so difficult to let go. They find it difficult to say that, okay, we are wrong. They find it difficult to say, okay, you didn't do anything, go. And again, if they now find out that that person did not do that, and they have actually made a mistake in the way they arrested, now say, come and do plea bargain. And that plea bargain, some people will rush into it, say you are doing this, you are taking 5 months. And especially, I'm saying it, especially when they have arrested a car. When a car is part of what they are arrested in, they are ready.
That's the person's car?
Yes, person's car. Whether wrongly or whatever, to get that car back to you will be a problem.
Why is that?
They will go to your bank account, go to the place there you are born, go to the school you attended, go to businesses you do, go to the transactions on your phone, go to even food you collected from your brother, money you sent out, money that people sent from abroad. They must look for everything to indict you so that you forfeit that car. You forfeit the car. They hardly release a car.
They hardly release a car.
They are arrested in their arrests.
So what happens to that car eventually?
That way, because they will tell you the only way to get out, so go and do plea bargain. When you not do plea bargain, you forfeit the car and forfeit whatever laptop or whatever, come to court and tell the court you have forfeited everything, accepting. Court will not give you either to sweep courtrooms or stay in 6 months probation or whatever and go.
Mr. Oyewale, the reason why I decided to play that, a part of that interview is because that individual is a legal practitioner who handles cases and relates with the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission a lot as a result of these cases. He made mention of 3 things. He said, many a times, the situation or the scenario looks like interrogation Instead of interrogation by elimination, is interrogation by incrimination, trying to look for a reason to hold you down, even when the person seems free or not guilty. And then you talked about using plea bargain too as a tool, and then holding on to people's possession unlawfully. I would like you to react to that.
Well, with due respect to that legal practitioner, it's not a known name.
What? You said it's not a known name? Does the name matter here?
Let me in response. I listened to him very patiently.
Okay.
It's very, very uncharitable for a Nigerian, a legal practitioner for that matter, to say that EFCC is a necessary evil. It's uncharitable. EFCC is the best redeeming opportunity, the best optimal goodness that we are found in this country. What is evil in combating corruption? What is evil in challenging the impunity, the excesses, and the criminality of internet fraudsters? What is evil in challenging the excesses of high-profile economic fraudsters? What is evil in relaunching Nigeria, to a respectable...
I'm sorry, he did not condemn any of that. He only raised concerns as regards the style of investigation. And he talked on plea bargain. Yeah, so I would like you to react to those specifics, sir.
Yeah, I am going to react. You see, everything that he's talking about borders on our thoroughness. It borders on our professionalism. It borders on our excellent service delivery. Now, if you say that the EFCC will go into the rubble of smoke and ashes to ensure that someone is criminalized or whatever, my brother, if there is nothing criminal in anybody's records, no matter how well you look, no matter how deep you look, if there is nothing criminal, there will be nothing to bring out. There will be nothing to bring out.
So are you saying...
To now say that,
okay,
when they will go into this place, they will go into that place. In one breath, is saluting our thoroughness, our professionalism. He's saluting all that. Whenever you have an issue with the EFCC, they will ensure that every I is dotted and everything is crossed.
Let's talk about the issue of plea bargain.
I consider that as commendation.
How about the issue of plea bargain?
Simple way of resolving cases in court, in our court. Our laws allow it. And I will tell you why. Plea bargain, for example, if a fraudster is alleged to have stolen 30 billion naira, and through plea bargain, you are able to recover the money for a minimal sentence. It is more reasonable than going into full trial where you are not even sure of winning the case. So it is a win-win initiative. It is a way of resolving matter in the overall interest of the society. What is the essence of bringing a fraudster to trial in the first instance?
But what the lawyer is alleging is that many a times individuals are put in that situation of frustration, even when they are innocent, to just agree to any deal.
But there is no proof to that effect. He was just talking hypothetically with no...
So you are saying the EFCC doesn't do that? It doesn't put individuals in a situation whereby they just agree to any deal?
How can you be put under duress to do something that you do not want to do? Our law does not allow that. Our court will not allow that. And we don't do that. Any fraudster or any suspect that we have a matter with, you will be asked to write statement on caution. They will tell you, come with your lawyer, whatever it is that you want to write, you are free. You are not under any duress. So it is very, very untrue to say that when they have a matter with you, if they cannot get anything, they will now say you should go into plea bargain over what? It doesn't make sense.
Okay, how about the issue of properties, particularly cars? He said most times individuals are put in a scenario where they are almost forfeiting their cars. Okay.
I listen to him patiently.
Okay.
I listen patiently. So from nothing comes. Why will a self-respecting law enforcement agency railroad a suspect or compel a suspect to do something that the suspect will? Our law does not allow that.
So what happens to because we're pressed for time, I'm really sorry I have to interrupt you. So what happens to the cars?
Now, it's not only cars. Now, if any asset, whether monetary asset, whether automobiles, whether landed property, that can be linked to a particular crime is normally held as an exhibit in court. And until the resolution of the matter, such an exhibit cannot be released because you have to present it in court. So I'm so disappointed that the lawyer will be talking like that. When you get an exhibit, you know that you have to prepare your case very well, watertight case, and whatever evidence that you have, you place it before the court. All of these cars, houses, and whatever, they are exhibits that will be admitted before the court, that will be presented before the court.
So they are not privately auctioned. Are you saying they are not privately auctioned?
No. You cannot auction except by the permission of the court. If it is proven that all of these assets, they are proceeds of an illegal act, then you will apply to the court. Number one, for interim forfeiture. If the court grants it, then you advertise it in National Daily that this property is taken to be a proceed of a crime. If you are the lawful owner of this property, come before the court to argue why the property should not be forfeited to the state. So if there is no such thing, interim forfeiture will become final forfeiture of the asset. So how can the lawyer say that things that are taken for as an exhibit before the court, they will not release it? Will you release it when you matter that has not been resolved?
All right, let's move away from this. Can you please kindly bring Nigerians up to speed as regards Dr. Bet Udeze's case with the EFCC and also the case with the former Kogi State Governor, Yaya Bello? What's the latest?
The better I do is a matter that is being investigated. We don't talk about a matter that is being investigated. We know the commission is always accused of media trial. So I'm not going to talk about a matter that is. What am I going to talk about it? When we are ready about.
But I think it's been on long enough. Nigerians should know where exactly this case is.
This matter started January this year.
And we are looking at, we are already in October.
Please listen to me. In criminal trial, it takes time to investigate a matter properly. We don't do shoddy job. We do our job very properly. So when we are investigating, it can take 2 years, it can take 3 years. It is when you are able to establish whatever is it that has been alleged against the fellow that you come to court. So while we are investigating, we are not duty bound to say anything until, there is no need to talk except you can improve upon silence. So when there is a need to talk, we will talk about it. And concerning the issue of Yaya Bello, we all know that Yaya Bello severally, our Federal High Court has summoned him severally, I think about 7 times now, to appear before the court. He didn't honor the summon. The EFCC, we invited him severally, he didn't honor the invitation. There was a time he came to our premises, claiming that he came to surrender himself or whatever. The commission had reason not to take him into custody. You understand? So when it is time, when we have our procedures and our processes for doing whatever we do. So if for one reason or the other is not taken into custody, it doesn't take away the fact that he's still a wanted person. He's still a wanted person.
Okay, just before I let you go, also bring us up to speed as regards Bobrisky, his case with the EFCC.
It's about Bobrisky.
His case
what
with
is it about? I'm sure you are aware
the case that he bribed some officials within the agency. We know that the agency said it was going to, the money laundering charges. We know the agency said it was going to do some sort of internal sweep. But what's the update on that? There is a House of Representative Committee. We appear before
the panel that is looking into it. My public hearing actually heard concerning it. And the commission played before the public why the money laundering charges that were preferred against it, why they were dropped. They were dropped not because of any financial issue. They were dropped because there are no sufficient proof, sufficient ground, to establish money laundering charges against him. He has a firm that is called Bob Express. And when he was arrested, we found out that the Bob Express was not rendering returns to the Special Control Unit against money laundering. And the commission had to write to the Special Control against money laundering, which is a department in the EFCC, to give us information about the firm. And the department wrote back to say that Bob Express did not fall into the category of designated non-financial institutions and businesses, that are expected to be rendering returns. So because of that, since the firm did not fall into that category, then money laundering charges cannot be pressed against the firm. And that was why the charges were dropped. Not because they offer anybody any money, no.
All right, so are you saying Bobrisky at the moment has no case with the EFCC?
What do you mean by he has no case with the EFCC? You are aware of the case he had with the EFCC. He was charged to court, he served a prison term, and concerning the alleged money that he said he gave to some officers of the EFCC, he has to prove it. He who alleges must prove. So, yeah, that is it. So, and there is no ground for that. So, I don't know what you mean by what the commission has against Bobrisky. He made an allegation. We have asked him to come forward to prove all of these allegations that he has made. He has refused to come forward.
So has he honored the invitation?
I'm sure you heard what I said now. He was invited together with Ferry Darkman to come forward, to assist our investigators about all of these issues that he has raised. And none of them they have not come.
Including Ferry Darkman.
Their charges, all the claims and all the insinuations they are making, if they are so sure about it, they should be able to come before us. He was invited to the House of Representative panel, conducting a public hearing. He did not show up.
All right, thank you so much for your time on the program. Mr. Dele Oyewale, the head of media and publicity of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me on the program.